Right now, Hurricane Ian's going on right behind me. If I could show you, I would, but...
That's a good gust.
In regard to ordering it?
What can I say? The cat's got to go outside the middle of the hurricane too. And I got to tell you, there's one thing there is an issue with having chickens, and that is I got to go feed them in the middle of the damn storm. Luckily the wind hasn't picked up yet, but I'm gonna do a little walk around and see what's going on out here, and I figure I'd show you guys. I apologize right off the bat if the audio is bad or if there's water that gets on the lens. There's nothing I can do about it. Let me make it an official hurricane real quick. It's not official unless you do this. You gotta put your Crocs in 4-wheel drive. Now it's official. You know, I just thought of something. This is the first real storm for my greenhouse, and I want to check on it and see how it's lasting, because this has always been a big question mark. So far it seems to be holding up pretty good. I mean, obviously if we go in here, it's not bad. So we're getting a bunch of rain right now, and from what it appears, the storm is kind of cut in half, so the backside of it's going to have a lot of wind. So that's when we're really going to see how the greenhouse fares. So I'm going to be coming out here periodically and checking it. If I do come out here and actually come in when the wind picks up, then I'll bring you with me. But I have a feeling we're going to do okay, because it's not supposed to get super bad. I think we're supposed to have like maybe 50-mile-an-hour gusts. And if they just come and go, then it's not a big deal. But if it like comes and then it stays and we get a whole lot of rain first, and that's what's going to be the issue for us, I think. But for right now, the greenhouse is holding up just fine. This isn't a direct hit though, so it's a good warm up to it. I mean, we've had quiet couple years as far as hurricanes and tropical storms go, so we'll see how this turns out. One thing about this greenhouse is this weather stripping on the door. I know, who cares right now, right? I do. I care. Lock her down. So far the garden's holding up. Like I said, we haven't had anything crazy happen, but the tomato plants are still strong. We'll come over here, check this little area out. So far this garden's good. No trees down. The tomato plant's still standing, so that's a plus. It's always a plus. Here's an impromptu garden tour, kind of. Remember all the plants that I moved? They're all doing well except for one. And we even have some jalapenos up. And that eggplant, it's got eggplants on it. That's my winter project for my bonsai. And I had to dismantle everything so they'd be protected. So this is my bonsai bench, but it's all down. Make sure this is draining. We're good. Yeah, so far so good. Luckily the way my yard is, I mean, I know you guys have seen a bunch of my videos and stuff, and you know that we're surrounded by trees. But what that does is it's really good, because it keeps it's really protected back here naturally from the wind. So the only way that the wind really is an issue back here, and this happens during these storms, is when it whips right through there, and it's a corridor in. So that's the only time it's like really an issue. All right, back to the chickens. We got to get them some food because they are pissed, and I am not letting them out today. All right, might be a little bit dark in here, I apologize. This here is a get it done situation. We've been tracking this rain band that's coming like any minute, and it's got the, oh, check it out. Let's harvest that real quick. I'll take it. We've been tracking this rain band that's come in, and it's got the potential for tornadic activity, tornadoes. But the thing is with these storms, a lot of times from what I know, because we've had a storm, we had like back in the woods back here, we had 4 different tornadoes, but they usually happen up in the atmosphere, so they don't actually touch down, which is good, generally speaking. But we're gonna go inside before that happens, and then if we come back out and we do anything, I'll do a little bit of filming and show you guys what's going on once it starts ramping up. Driving down to the beach to check on a friend of mine, and I'm gonna look at the waves because, you know, as a surfer I want to see some big waves. But I drove by a bar and I saw something, and I realized that, you know, everybody's out drinking and stuff, and it's like, man, just because this isn't a bad storm, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't take it seriously, because every single one of these storms has a different personality, and you just never know what's gonna happen. So that's my PSA for today. Damn. This is where the real damage happens. I don't know if you can hear me, but there's no more beach. It took the beach away. It's crazy. Incoming. Yeesh. I do want to say this though, for all the people down in Florida that had to deal with this hurricane at a Category 4, if you're watching this at any point, I just want to know that my heart goes out to you, and I'm really sorry that you guys had to go through that. And at this point, we're going to go back to the house, and we're gonna see if we get some more winds. We're gonna check on the greenhouse, and if anything else happens, I will pick the video back up here. But if it doesn't, then this is gonna be the end, and we'll continue with the regularly scheduled program later. But as the day unfolds, if anything happens, I really want to use this opportunity to see how the greenhouse holds up, because it's always been the really big question mark. So if we get any winds, and especially if it comes down that corridor I was telling you about, then we're going to, you know, I'll come on here and tell you. But all right, we're getting some gusts now. So I wanted to stay in here. Now I don't want to stay in here too long because the tree limbs and trees and stuff could fall, but I wanted just to get a good sense of like what some good gusts would do. And I mean, if we let's just listen for a second. Here comes a gust. I don't think it's too bad. She's not rocking and rolling. So I mean, the way that usually it works is because this isn't so airtight, the wind can actually get in here, but then what'll happen is the wind will get in and it'll blow the panels out, and that saves the frame from collapsing. So that being said, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, that's probably a 40-mile-an-hour gust right now, so this is a good slight stress test. Yeah, you can hear it flex just a little bit, and that's good. So if the panels blew out, it would suck, but it's not the end of the world. As long as the frame doesn't go. Now, I don't want to hunt the panels down all over the neighborhood, let me tell you. But yeah, 40, 45-mile-an-hour gust right now. I think we're doing pretty good. But like I said, I need to get out of here because I don't want a tree limb or something to fall down. That's something I can't, I mean, no matter what I put back here, that's gonna happen. But it's a pretty good little stress test. I mean, in the future, what I would do if I thought this was gonna get worse is I would take this vent right here and I would unbolt it, because this is an automatic opener. I would unbolt it and then latch it on so that it wouldn't go up. But that shows how little I was worried about the wind, and also wanted the wind to get in here a little bit. The sun's gonna go down soon and it's gonna continue to get windy, but I'm gonna hunker down for a little bit. We're good. If anything happens, I'll let you know. But see there? That's a good gust.